Hello DIYers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make a Christmas craft. We're going to make some super cute sock gnomes using Dollar Tree items. So if you would like to see how I create these beautiful little sock gnomes, then continue to watch. They make perfect gifts and they look really cute sitting around your home. And they also make a great little friendly addition in your office space. So you guys, if you're new to my channel and you like to see cute little budget-friendly DIYs, then go ahead and join me here at Hannah Watkins DIY by clicking the subscribe button now, and make sure that you have your post notification bell turned on so that you don't miss out on any videos. And remember, I do upload weekly. So let's get started with today's DIY. You can find a listing of all supplies used down in the description box. Take your pair of socks. This gives you an opportunity to make 2 sock gnomes. You need 1 sock per gnome. So once you have that all spread out, I like to give it a little bit of a stretch so that it can easily go over the bag of pinto beans. Now if you don't have a bag of pinto beans, you can also use shells. You can also use rice. Anything that would fill up the sock. I just like to use the pinto beans because it's already packaged and it's only $1 from the Dollar Tree. Remove some rubber bands from your bag and use them. If you could find the larger size rubber bands, they will work better. However, these work just as well. Wrap it around your sock. Leave a little on the top and cut it off. And then begin to just shape your gnome the way that you want it. If you want it long, short, and fat, up to you. Now I'm going to take this infinity scarf from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to cut it in half so I can get some material to work with as I begin to make the gnome's hat. So once I got the amount of material I wanted to use to work with, I simply cut it. And then I took both sides of the material and I cut a semicircle shape from the bottom, kind of curved it up to the top. I did this on both sides as if to round off this rectangle. And then I closed them together, both ends touching each other, and I used some hot glue to seal them closed. Now you guys be very careful when you are using this hot glue with this material because this material is somewhat thin. It's a thin fleece material and the hot glue does come through somewhat, so be very careful. Now you guys may find a better way to construct your hat. If so, please share a way down in the comment section below. I just kind of did this off the whim of my head, not putting a whole lot of thought into it. So I know that I could probably construct one a lot better than the one that I did make if I actually put some thought into it. So please forgive me for that, but this still turned out very cute. So once you have your material, just glue it together. And you want to make sure that those edges line up to a good point, okay? And once your glue has dried completely, then turn your hat inside out so that the glue seams will be in the inside. And be careful, you don't want to open up the seams. And then place the hat onto your gnome's body. Now you guys can make any kind of hat that you like. There are several different types of hat that you can make for your gnome. I was going for more of a long top with a slouch bottom. And so this way turned out very simple and easy for me. And I love the way that it turned out. So now we can move on. I just want to share with you guys what I use to make my gnome's nose. I use these right here, these pomegranates, the mini bulbs, and they pop right off. They look a little funny. I chose to use this because I love the color combination. It looks very nice with the sock. And I just wanted more of a rustic farmhousey kind of look for my gnome. So I didn't paint it or anything like that. However, I did cut off the little edge part that was sticking up. I did cut that piece off though. Now I'm going to take a piece of burlap. You can use a piece of ribbon or anything, but I had burlap on hand, so this is what I chose to use to make the gnome's beard. Now the beard can also be made out of lots of materials. It's up to you. Again, I am trying to go for a more rustic farmhouse look, so I am going to use this rope here, also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to measure it against the burlap, which I also measure up against my gnome, so I could kind of get an idea of the width of the mustache that I want to make, or the beard that I wanted to make. And then I began to cut it off in strips. So I cut several of these strips off, about maybe 5, and then I'm going to unravel them and glue them down to my strip of burlap to make my gnome's beard. As I began to unravel this jute rope, I noticed that if I unraveled it too harshly, the rope kind of just got really thin and wispy and just kind of like blew away. So be very careful with it. And I also left the very top edge on most of them still formed together in the rope form, so that it would provide a easier top for me so that I can glue it down on my burlap. And I just glue each rope piece really close together so that the beard will look very dense. And so that is what you see me doing. And then this is where I realized that my burlap was thicker than it needed to be. And so I'm just simply just cutting it down some, you guys. So that's just something that I had to do for my particular piece. And then I continued to add more of the rope along the burlap until it was full. Okay, so now that is all done, you can trim it up afterwards. I kind of like that organic look though, with it being a little bit of different shapes and lengths at the edge. It kind of gave it more of a realistic kind of look, scraggly look. And so I'm going to use plenty of glue to the back of his beard and simply glue it on the gnome. And be sure to make sure you raise up your gnome's hat because you want the beard to kind of go up underneath the hat to give the illusion that the hat is pulled down over the gnome's eyes. Some gnomes are made with eyes. I'm doing mine without eyes. And then this is the pomegranate that I am going to glue for his nose. So once I decide how and where I want to put it, I simply add more hot glue and I place the gnome's nose on there. Also making sure that I leave that hat still bunched upwards because we're going to pull the hat also over the gnome's nose as well as his beard to still give that illusion that the hat is pulled down over its eyes. And I'm going to take my glue gun and glue the material down on the beard and around the nose to give it that look. Now I've seen the beards of the gnomes, sock gnomes made with fur. I've seen them made with mops. I've seen the beards made with a lot of different materials, but I really like this rope look. I really do. And the noses are made of a variety of material as well, you guys. So just get creative. I just wanted to share with you this easy way to make a sock gnome using all Dollar Tree items. And so I decided to make him a little mustache for some dimension to his beard. So I unraveled another piece a few pieces of the rope, and then I'm going to glue it right underneath his nose to give that illusion of a mustache. Now this step is definitely optional, whether to add a pom-pom to the top of his hat or to leave it without. You could do either way. I decided to go ahead and add a pom-pom. I didn't really have a pom-pom. It's probably best to make them out of yarn, but I did have some cotton balls on hand, so that is what I'm going to be using. And I kind of glued two of them together to make a bigger piece of cotton ball. It kind of sort of worked, not really, but then I rolled it all together to kind of give it the shape of a pom-pom. And then I stuck my finger in the middle to hollow it out just so that it would easily sit on top of the gnome's hat once I added a drop of hot glue to it. So that's how I constructed his pom-pom for the top of his hat. Now, you guys, like I said, you can also buy those little pom-poms from like Hobby Lobby in bags or whatever. But I was trying to keep this more on a lower end budget DIY craft. So, yeah. But you guys have the option, like I said, of using the pom-pom or not using it. It actually looks cute either way. And then I made a second one. And this is the reveal of them both. So you guys, like I said before, this is a very super cute and cheap craft that is so fun for you to gather together with maybe your friends and decorate with. It's kind of like a craft night. I absolutely love the way they turned out. I hope that you did too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Share the video with your family and your friends and on your social media sites. Also, you guys, don't forget that this Saturday, October the 26th, we will be releasing our playlist full of holiday DIYs, a Christmas craft challenge. So stay tuned for that on this Saturday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.